on another bit of truth breakdown. What's good, my patrons? We're gonna talk about some serious things here. As you could see right here, they're showing you wildfires in Canada. So we're gonna talk about it because what you have to understand, the wildfire gonna prone for everywhere basically. You see, 2025, you have to understand, and it coming down to those times where the heat gonna take over, and they're gonna tell you about dry conditions and winds. And you're going to get this all over America. And you see, this is Canada right here. You're going to see it in Australia and these places. We're going to get into it, and I'm going to show you some things to come in this worldwide agenda that they have for the masses. And don't worry about it. We're talking about the destruction of the earth right here. Pay attention. Make it run.
More than 160 active fires across Canada.
Can you believe that, people? 160 active fire. What happened? Why did these fires just set off? Who lit them? They're never gonna tell you that, but pay attention to this. The destruction of the earth is on right now. Listen and pay attention.
Half of them deemed out of control. So many, we now need international firefighters to help.
Pay attention, they're gonna bring in international firefighters to help. But I'm saying, people, when a house caught fire, how did they put it out? How did they stop that fire from spreading to other homes? Okay, so you see the difference when they call it wildfire, right? When they call it wildfire, meaning that it's out of control and they cannot stop it. They just have to sit by and watch it do the damage, whether it's house or, just properties or business. It does not matter, people. The wildfire gonna burn out of control for days, even weeks. Listen.
United States, Australia, New Zealand. So we'll go there first. The partners that we have agreement with.
The Canadian Interagency Forest Fire Center moved to its highest alert level today. Last year, that level 5 only came mid-July. Help is needed
mid-July, because it was mid-July, I guess, they was having that wildfire that bring the smoke all over in America, cause fog. You remember that? Pay attention and listen.
In northern Saskatchewan and Manitoba. While evacuation orders are in place for some communities in northern Saskatchewan and Alberta, the most staggering...
What could cause this fire right here, people? You have to be real with this. What could cause this big old hellfire that you're looking at right there? Why it's uncontainable? These are the questions that you have to ask, people. We're talking about brush fires in the wild. And it comes all the way in the city or in these areas that people occupy to burn down their place, their home and their businesses and these things, people. Why is these keep happening all over the world? Uncontrollable fire, people. What you don't understand, that this is hell? You better pay attention. This is hell. And they're doing everything to show you that it is hell. Only the sleeping sheep can see it. Listen.
Are in Manitoba. 17,000 people forced to find safe places to stay and wondering about homes left behind.
Yes, when it comes to the human being, have to run from fire, people. Fire, uncontrollable fire. Think about it for a minute. What did they tell you about hell? Burning. Do you understand that or not? Hell is all fire. Burning, uncontrollable. And that's exactly what they tell you going on here. They might come and tell you it's couple percentage contain, 10% contain. Do you understand? And the rest of 90% is burning down the whole Canada. Pay attention to this.
We've got mines surrounding us. There's highways that are being closed. We need this out as soon as possible.
The new Minister for Emergency Management says Manitoba asked for urgent air evacuation help last night.
Those Air Force planes were deployed, and they're in the process of evacuating people from those communities at this time.
Yes, that's it. They're not going to go back to those areas, people. I'm just letting you understand. They evacuate these people from their house and home. In most cases, they can't go back. Remember, the property gonna burn down to the ground. What you gonna do now? Pay attention. Like I say, people, that's it. In some areas, it's permanently damaged. It's permanently, people gonna move out of there permanently. If you understand what I'm saying here. They're forcing the people out of their comfort zone. That's what they do with these wildfire. And the regular people will never understand that it's the government did it. They can tell you all kind of excuse why these fires is out there and wild burning you out of control. It's them do it, people. They control all of that shit. Listen.
Water bombers here in Canada. Why are we not fully equipped with a national flying force of water bombers and a trained...
Water bombers, what a joke. Remember, they don't use water bombers in house and these things catch fire. When these fire break out, they don't use that water bombers as they call it. Only in wildfires. And they never use it to put nothing out. That's why the wildfire always kept burning out of control. They're using flying bombers, water bombers, people, and it never worked. That's what you need to understand. So this is all bullshit. LA and all of them counties and them places equipped with those things, and the wildfire always burn out of control. It burn till it want to stop. Do you understand? They never put out a fire. Pay attention.
Up national firefighting force.
Late May is early for this many
See
fires,
what I tell you?
but climate watchers say
people, it's early. Wow. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This that you see right here, just a scratch of the surface, because it not even comes to that time where wildfire is really prone. Do you get what I'm saying? The normal time that they used to give you the fire, this wildfire is way early. It's earlier than normal. So that to show you that you're going to have a long period of time prone for wildfire in these areas. Don't worry about it. You're going to see Arizona and these places burning. Don't mention California. You're going to see it, people, and this is what they're prepping you up for with this Canada wildfire. They're never going to put it out.
It's in line with record-breaking temperatures over the last few years.
Record-breaking temperature.
We haven't had this kind
Glad
of warming
clothing.
on this planet since humans established ourselves here.
You hear that, people? Since human established ourselves here. You hear the words that they use? They're trying to tell you with every chance they get secretly that the human being origin is not here. Why did you just say what you did, what you just said? What is the problem? We take refuge here? Go back and listen to what they're saying here, people.
Fires, but climate watchers say it's in line with record-breaking temperatures over...
Climate watcher, people, they're the one who's gonna tell you what causes the wildfire. And they tell you, people, it's global warming. That's what they're going back to. And don't worry about it. None of these heat, they break no records. The records still stand. And even if it's supposedly a degree over or right there, what's the big change? Why would you tell us now that the earth is so hot now? That's why these things is happening. Stop it. It's bullshit. 100% in. Like I say, most of these temperature don't break no records yet. They have higher records from back in the days, way before global warming. Listen to this.
The last few years.
We haven't had this kind of warming on this planet
since
humans established ourselves here.
Wow, since humans established themselves here, we never have this kind of warmth. What a joke, people. And I told you to check the record. It's still not broken. As you could see, this one with the 3 stars on the neck right there and the purple clothing move. Now take a look at the CGI footage right here, people. I'm not playing. They're telling you about some kind of glacier, and it just basically just gonna stroop down the hill right here. The whole glacier, the ice glacier. Sometimes they show you in water. Now this one is on land. Pay attention to this. Like I say, people, the cooking up of the destruction of the earth. Right here, they're showing you what gonna come. Pay attention to this. Look what they're showing you, people. CGI footage. But this is to scare the masses into believing natural disaster. Pay attention to that right there. Ice glacier just come crawling down.
On May 28, 2025, a massive landslide struck the Swiss canton of Valais, triggered by the collapse of the Berg Glacier.
Triggered by the collapse of the Berg Glacier. What a fucking joke, people. Don't believe in no glacier. It's all bullshit. They used to trick the masses here in hell. Listen.
Around 3:30 p.m.
Bam, right on the money. 3:30 p.m. And look where it happened. In these isolated areas, but they know the exact time. Somebody there with a stopwatch or a timer to make sure it happened on 3:30 for your 33 coding. Listen.
An enormous mass of ice, rock, and soil came crashing down onto the alpine.
Ice, rock, and soil mixed up, people. That's what they call a glacier. Ice, rocks, Wow. And dirt, I guess. Pay attention to this.
Village of Blatton
What
in
a
the
joke.
Lacental Valley, burying approximately 90% of the settlement.
90s according. Look at that bullshit right there, people. It's CGI. Don't doubt when I tell you, nothing happened for real. This is how they're gonna destroy the earth and tell you it's Mother Nature. Yes, global warming and everything they got for the excuse of the destruction, but it have to happen. This is how they reap the human being souls.
The catastrophe followed days of concern as geologists had detected signs of instability in the glacier.
Of course it's them. Yes, geologists, they discovered this instability in the glacier. They know already that it was instability and it's gonna fall down. Listen to this.
Local authorities to issue evacuation orders just in time.
Evacuate.
Nearly 300 residents.
According, people, 300 residents. Just like they would have tell you about these areas with ice glacier, like, you know, Greenland and Antarctica. They can count the amount of people who live there. 300. What a joke for the dumb people right here.
Livestock were moved to safety prior to the disaster.
Of course, you move
a precaution
livestock.
that likely saved many lives.
Yes, look at them. Faking the masses right here with fake natural disaster. I already told you, because you buy into it. The fact that natural things can occur right here and they call it disaster. Because you buy that, of course they have an excuse for the destruction of the earth. Remember, I did the video talk about the Pompeii. Those areas that they tell you destroyed by volcano. A volcano erupt and all these people freeze into rocks. That's the excuse they give you for the loss of life, the destruction that happens couple thousand years ago, as they tell you. Is the same type of shit they're bringing for the destruction of you today. Just in case you don't understand, they're gonna fool you enough for you to believe in natural disasters, volcanoes and all. And as soon as you believe in it enough, they're gonna use it for your destruction. And you can't put the blame on them. Nobody can point the finger at these people that running the show, because it's called natural disaster, Mother Nature, all fake for the dumb people here. Look at that. You get everything from this earth right here. Tornado, you get hurricanes, you get twisters, you get every damn thing right there. Flooding, even
the
glacier.
avalanche-like descent swept away homes, infrastructure, and
homes.
alpine pastures,
there you go, right
leaving
there.
behind a desolate field of debris and ice.
There you go,
Helicopters
another
and
disaster.
drones were dispatched immediately to assess the damage.
Okay, so the helicopter and drone that they deployed, really, that's what show you all of this right here. What taking the footage? This is fake. We are this best right here.
Teams in thermal gear search for any signs of life among the rubble.
What a joke. They're searching for life in thermal gear. Mention thermal gear because it's cold. Okay, all right. No human being there. CGI. CGI bullshit right there in your eye. Can you notice it? What is that, people? If you notice, people, I don't know how far these trees supposed to be from there. There's no ice glacier in these areas and tree growing. What kind of glacier is it, people? They mention ice and dust and rocks. This is a damn joke. What kind of green tree is near it right there and it not even affecting it? It's stupid shit. Anywhere that cold, you can't find no greenery. You seen that yourself with the winter in America. Do you see it or not? Yes, it burn up everything like fire. It makes everything look like it burns with that coal. Okay, so what happened here in this glacier area, ice glacier, and you have greenery right there. Pay attention to this fakery. What is that, people? That's ice in powder?
Fortunately, as of the latest reports,
powder ice?
there were no confirmed fatalities or serious injuries, though several people remain unaccounted for and damage assessments.
So there you go, people. A lot of people, several people unaccounted for, meaning that they're missing. So therefore, they don't have no death. They don't count no deaths for say. Nobody injured or nothing, but people missing. Listen.
Are ongoing. The regional emergency services praised the swift reaction of local authorities, noting that their early warnings and rapid mobilization averted what could have been a tragic loss
Yes, and
of
they
life.
like to tell you that, so you follow the government people guideline whenever they tell you about these natural disaster coming. So that's why they're glad to tell you on TV that yes, the warning and the alerts and these things work, because they want you to heal when the government give you those warnings. Why you think you don't control those warnings, or they just chip in on your damn devices? You can't control if you get them or not. So the government have access to you at any time to get your damn attention. Listen. Watch that right there. What did you show us? Some foggy homes? This is bullshit right here. Don't tell us you fly a drone all the way up to the sky with this kind of camera. It's bullshit. The cameras that's on drone is more clear and vivid more than the regular camera. It's way better than a damn cell phone. So how did you get this footage from a drone camera, people? It is bullshit. 100% bullshit. Fakery at its best. In this isolated area, they tell you have this glacier fall. And like I say, get used to it. That's what they're gonna use for the destruction of the earth. Bam.
PhD
now listen
student
to this,
attached
people.
to the geoscience program.
Now this is different as they talk about geoscience program, science program. That's our problem they just described right there, people. Science and the programming. That's our biggest problem. That's what they're gonna use to destroy us. They use it to trick the masses about space and flying object in the space, and they use it to explain everything, people. The ball earth. They use it to explain these diseases and viruses, the science and the programming. Do you understand? Listen and pay attention.
At the University of the West Indies, St. Augustine, Kearney's from Jari, said the aim is to empower residents with factual information so they can have a better understanding of...
Now take a look at that right there, people. Take a look. They show you water right there bubbling, and they tell you it's a volcano under there. Now the volcano is the dumbest shit that people bought. I don't know how you get to buy that shit in this devil earth, but you have to understand where you live first before you understand what they're actually selling. They're not selling nothing good here, people. It's just fakery shit that they put together. They want things in your brain. They only come confirm things that they teach you before. Okay, so listen and watch them telling you about a mud volcano right here. A volcano that just gonna erupt mud. Not fire like they tell you, melted rocks this time. It's just mud. Pay attention to this right here, and I'm gonna show you destruction of its best in fakery. Watch this.
The Piparo mud volcano works.
Mud volcano.
And what
Listen.
that means for the safety of the residents.
Why is it bubbling?
The community has a long and dangerous history with the iconic volcano.
Iconic volcano, people. Iconic. The I is for the devil, and the con is what they're putting on you right here. The con is the damn programming. Wow, you don't understand, people. And the I is the devil themselves that run this earth. That's why you see the I and everything. Even the AI, people. It's the same shit. That's why they have the iPhone, the I, every fucking thing. The I represent the devil. And the I is number 9 in numerology. The I is number period. Do you have it or not? Listen and watch.
February 1997, there was a destructive eruption, burying homes, vehicles, and property.
So
under
look,
mud.
people, the mud just boiling up, bubbling up out of control, and it just cover up people's homes and people dead in it. Do you believe it, people? Pay attention. Like I say, they have all of these things that they tell you is possible, ready to trigger off for the end times. Pay attention.
Jari showed residents her team's most recent findings,
Look, people.
which show
Now look what they're showing you right there. First, they show you a square. A square meaning that that's that area that they claim is saturated or have that volcano in it. They have to put it in a square to show you that it's separated from the rest of the earth. Pay attention to this dumb shit.
And growth of the pressurized zones.
A pressurized
These
zone.
zones are areas where underground mud, gas, and fluids accumulate.
Underwater mud, gas, and fluid. What's gas? What kind of gas under the ground, man? Gas is something that they made. What they call in gas? The one that run in your home? The one that can give you heating? The one that you can use to cook? What kind of gas? It's bullshit, people. Wake your ass up with a bam.
Under high pressure before an eruption.
High pressure.
If you look closely, the shape of the zones have also changed.
Yeah.
They have
The shape of the zone, you put a square there. What do you mean the shape of the zone? You mean the blue little figure that you're showing us? That's what changing? This is the dumbest shit in the world, people. Nothing about it real. But pressurized zones is fakery.
And they have also shifted towards the northwest northwest in 2025.
What kind of baby is
So
screaming
I
in the
was
back?
able to get an approximate rate of this movement towards the
Wow.
northwest.
What a
And
joke,
it's
people.
approximately 1 meter per year. So this means that in
1
2
meter per
years
year
it
in
has
2 years.
shifted towards the northwest by 2 meters.
Exactly.
This means
right?
that the system
Exactly.
is evolving
Look at
and
this, people.
spreading.
Look
I
at
was
that.
also able to get an estimated volume of these zones.
What a joke, people. It's
And
a
it is
joke.
4 times the volume that was expelled during the 1997 eruption.
Yes, so they tell you, people, the eruption that they were showing you on camera, they're trying to tell you it's way, way worse. This one right here gonna be way, way worse because they know this, the saturations and everything was worse. It's worse than 1997 when they claimed the first one happened. So they're telling you this gonna be on a larger scale. Like I tell you, people, they have so many tricks to take out the masses here. Any one of them could kick in at any given time and anywhere. Do you understand that? Listen.
The implications, however, are clear.
That look like
The need for
777 right
constant
there. You
monitoring
see
and
it?
early warning systems has never been more urgent.
To put those figures into context, in 1997, 80,000 cubic meters erupted from the volcano,
Wow, what a
the
joke,
equivalent
people. Look
of
at what they show
32
you for a volcano,
Olympic-sized
people.
swimming pools. Whereas,
what a
according to
joke.
the research in 2025,
What is blowing up the mud, people? What is pushing up the mud so it flows like that? What is it, people? What is it? Is it air coming through there to blow up the mud? What kind of pressure, people? It's bullshit. Common sense alone tell you that this can never happen. What is forcing the mud out the ground, people? And why is it mud right there? What happened? It's rainy, and the rain full up right there, that spot with water, because you have to have water and dirt to make mud. What is this they're fooling you with, people? It's not real. But like I say, they're telling the people right there in those regions that they could be taken out or wiped out by this right here.
there is the probability that 315,000 cubic meters can spew from the volcano.
Look at that, people.
That is enough mud to
I
fill
guess
the
it's just floating right there on the light pole and the wires. It's not even shaking, people. If you know that it consumed the wires right there, but the pole is not shaking, the wire is not shaking. It's just fake with a
equivalent
TV.
of 125 Olympic-sized swimming pools.
Of course, you know, all
Ms.
bullshit for
Ramjari
the dumb
stressed
people.
that there is no immediate cause for panic or immediate expectation
Yes,
of
it's
an
nothing immediate. It's nothing immediate, but yes, this fear tactics is there. They throw it right there in your face. It's no need for you to scared until we tell you to get scared. That's what they're trying to tell you right here. They control the fear tactics. Listen.
At this time, based on the research, residents were urged to be observant to any environmental or physical changes based on their knowledge of the volcano.
Based on their knowledge on the volcano, where they get the knowledge from? These same damn mainstream teach them about it. Move. Look at this, people. I'm not dumb. This is bullshit. So pay attention. They're showing you that this is water right there, people. I could be wrong, but I could see water right there. But hold on, they're trying to tell you this is another volcano erupting right there in Hawaii. So pay attention. I show you, people, the Hawaii volcanoes is bullshit. It's a hoax. So listen to this, people. I went to Hawaii already, and they have these places way, way far away from what you would have called the population and the peoples. They have it fenced off there. It's a government spot. That's what they call the volcano areas. You can't go nowhere near it, people. I'm not lying. It's a government property. It's sort of like a government site. You can't go close to it. As a matter of fact, if you get on the property where the volcano supposedly at, you have a long way to go to get to the volcano. That's how far the perimeter at. So they can't fool me with that shit. That's something that I already know. This is a government act right here. And by the way, whatever they show you on TV, CGI lie. Watch this. Pay attention,
giant lava
people.
fountains over
Look at
1,000
this.
feet high or
It's a giant lava fountain. Can you believe it, people? What they tell you floating like water there. What it is? Melted rocks, people. Melted rocks. Do you believe it? You believe that, people, is melted rock. Something is hard enough in the ground to melt rocks and bubble it up, pour it up like a burst pipe. You believe it, people? The same thing they show you when they supposedly hit oil in the ground. It's stupid shit, people. So there's a pocket down there with melted rocks, and then it melt enough and bust out and spray in the air like water. Same thing with the fake oil that they tell you they're digging out the ground. Oil is sitting there in pockets. All you have to do is send something to bust it, and it come gush out right there. Fakery at its best right here.
100 meters. Burst from Kilauea on Sunday.
Kilauea. It's fakery, people. Now look at it again. Look at it again, people. They show you a little hole right there, and that's where the fucking fire busting out of. Is that real? Normally they show you the ants hole with the supposedly lava bubbling out of it. Now it's a hole in the ground just pouring fire like water. Why would you believe it, people? It's just TV. All screens is fakery. Don't believe in screens, man. That's what messing with your reality here. These screens, they can use it to show you absolutely anything, and you're still gonna buy it. Look at that CGI fire, people. Look at it. Look at that CGI shit right there. Orange for Freemasonry. Nothing real about it.
Some of the tallest fountains seen at the summit of the Hawaii Island volcano
What
in
a
decades.
joke, people. What a joke. Look at it, people.
The USGS volcano alert level for Kilauea remains at watch.
Burning
and the aviation
rocks,
color
people.
code is orange.
Yeah, that, people, the color code is orange. I'm done. The color code is Freemason. Remember, orange the only color which is 33 in numerology. The next color that come close, purple, which is 32. Same Freemasonry. Listen and watch.
Activity is occurring within Hawaii Volcanoes National Park.
National
Sulfur
park,
dioxide
people. Listen, people, it's a national park. I never miss, man. Why is the volcano in a national park? A national park. Listen, people, you have to understand. Remember, Hawaii is also a part of America. That's what it is, they tell you. Even though it's way far from America, it is a part of America. America owns it. So therefore, don't be thinking because it's Hawaii, it's not the same psyops that America love. The psyops that they love to feed the people. It's nothing but CGI. Same like NASA would come to you and show you space and rocket and all of these things. All of it is fakery. That's what they're about.
Emissions were estimated at 50 to 75,000 tons per day.
Of course,
Scientists
you know much
noted
tons.
there's a lot of
If you
suspended...
know these people, look, they fuck up again. Now, what I tell you about when they're running hoax, they don't know to run hoax to make us buy it because we're different. We're different from the regular people. That's what you need to understand. We completely de-altered now in the brain. So now we can see through these fakery, these deception that they bring. Okay, so the lava is like water spewing in the air. What happened to it? It don't fall back to the ground? Okay, so it's sort of like you have an open hydrant or a bus pipe and it's pouring up in the air. When you look at the ground, what you're going to see? Puddle of water. Because what goes up must come down. So yes, it's like water. They're showing you right there, people. This is how we bust them. They're showing you the shit flowing like a bus pipe, like water flowing. Okay, look around the area and the water's pouring up in the air. All of that shit's supposed to fall right back to the ground, and you're gonna look at that big hunk of soup on the ground where the fucking lava spew up in the air and fall back down. But you don't see that here. Amazing orange fires pouring up in the air, lava style, melted rocks, but it does not fall back to the ground. Bam.
Ash in the towering plume. The sustained lava fountain
Look at it,
phase
people.
of
Look.
episode 23.
Lava fountain, episode 23. Coding. Take a look at that right there. Can you believe melted rocks can flow through the air like that, people? Remember, I already explained it. The more heat that it takes to melt something, it gonna go back, solid faster. As soon as it hit air, it lose that temperature that it takes to melt it, man. Common sense. So with this lava spraying inside the air, what gonna happen? It deliberately spraying it in the air, people. So what gonna happen? all of that shit gonna come back to rock. You're gonna turn rocks again, people. Why would it look like that in the sky after it already hit the air? Okay, people, you have to understand the trickery here. This is only CGI, nothing else. And later on, they tell you it destroy half a big part of Hawaii. Listen and watch.
At 4:15 p.m. on May 25th.
4:15. Look at that, people.
The vigorous activity followed days of low-level precursory behavior.
What's that fire burning right there? Burning on rocks? You can't light fire on rocks, people, like that. Unless you use some gasoline. And when the gasoline burn off the rock is go out. Why this fire keep burning right there on the rocks? You see smoke, you see... Where was the lava falling back down to the ground, people? It's stupid shit right here. Pay attention.
Once again, yellowish-orange flames were spotted at the vents, a result of hydrogen gas burning in the air.
Hydrogen gas burning in the air. So that's what the volcano producing, these gas and these things that can melt rocks, people. Melt rocks and turn it into liquid. You're dumb if you believe that.
There was a notable decrease in the rate of some inflation during this phase, which likely delayed Sunday's activity.
Look at it as an activity.
Once it kicked into gear, USGS had 3 different live streams trained on the event.
People. If you know this, people know this, but they're streaming it with webcam. Like I said, the big old lava that you see spread up in the air like water when it falls to the ground, you can't even see the impact of it falling to the ground, people. Not even that. And they still pass it off as real.
Was so high
Look at
it went beyond the frame.
Look, people, you don't
in
see
another
it fall
view,
back. Look
scientists
again.
pushed in to provide a close-up of the powerful jets bursting from the vent.
Wow, people. You see that, people, busting from the vents. What kind of vents? What kind of vents, people? The vents made out of rock, and it's melting rocks floating through the vents, and the vents stay the same, people, free enough to let this shit out? Come on, man, don't be dumb. That's the dumbest shit in the world.
This phase of the episode is not expected to last long.
Oh,
Lava fountains were already
okay, I guess you're hearing me now. Now they're showing you running lava on the ground. Look at it, people. It's just CGI, none of it real. Wow, it's unbelievable what the masses buy into. Move. Take a look at it right there, people. Look at it, people. No sound, but watch it right there. Pay attention. Look at it. Is that real? Look at it, people. Look at it. Unbelievable, people. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. Look at it, people. Look at the surrounding. Look at it, people. Now and then they show you a little dust. Look like it dust falling. But with all that lava spraying up in the air, they forgot, people. They forgot to make it fall back down to the ground. Unbelievable. Wow. Wow. Just wow, people. It's melted rocks floating like that right there. They feel comfortable to show this on TV. They're brave, people. They're brave. But like I say, only certain people can see through the deception. You have to be de-altered in hell. You can't be altered like everybody else. That's why you see everybody grab the program and run. It don't matter how stupid it sounds. No matter how stupid it looks. They take it and run. To make up their destruction in this earth. Everything was sold to them by the devil. They bite and run. So I told you already, that's why they feel good to show you this, even though you decode it and you can see it. You wonder why the rest of the people can never detect these fuckery. Look at it, people. It's almost like it doing the same thing the whole time. Look at that right there at the side where they're showing you that the lava is coming back down. Look at that right there, people. Look at it. It's just CGI. Wow, they just got busted and the bitter truth, which they should never try us. Period. And like I say, they expect everybody to be dumb. That's why they show this brave and bold. Because nobody won't see it. Nobody won't figure it out. That is just a hoax. Look at the surrounding, people. Take a look at it. Later on, they tell you that this volcano gonna damage a lot of people. They're going to tell you all the smoke and the plumes and all of that cover up the place. And people need to take cover, hide and run. Evacuate mandatory style. And don't worry about Hawaii might have another wildfire this 2025. So you see them prepping you up with that fake volcano. Anybody who live in Hawaii, they believe in volcano. Matter of fact, they call it the evil spirit. So they actually don't want to go near these places where the government running the operation of the volcano. Nothing about it real, people. Melted rocks coming out the ground. If you believe that, you're dumber than I thought. I'm on the run.